Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be looking at Pamela, who is an upcoming promo character, and we're just going to break her down based off her base stats. She has got a lot of defense, 2,222. She's obviously going to have the highest defense in the game. She's one of the most defensive Generation 2 6-stars that have been released. Her HP and attack are reasonable. They're not great, but that defense is going to be absolutely huge. She is defined as a tank, so that kind of makes sense. If we move across to her rush, it's 66 AP, so pretty damn fast, and it does 300% damage and taunt for 3 turns to up to 2 enemies. This character and up to 1 teammate gets 60% defense and elusive for 2 turns. That is kind of insane. A 3-turn 2 enemy taunt on defense means you will lock 2 enemies down, and there's no way of combating taunt once you're taunted, because basically you're going to keep getting taunted unless you get focus off a specific time. Focus doesn't break taunt, it just stops taunt from working if you get taunted, so you have to start it at the right time. And of course, if there's only 2 enemies or 2 of your team left, they're just going to be locked in, so you're going to have to rely on basic attacks pretty much, and hopefully maybe getting stuns or impairs or something on those basic attacks if you've got those sort of weapons in place. The second part of this rush, where this character and up to 1 teammate gets 60% defense and elusive for 2 turns, I guess that's kind of nice, but it's mainly only going to be nice if that goes to a shield. Obviously the 60% defense is a nice boost for a shield, but the elusive is really nice. Obviously that people don't gain rushes when they attack shields or anybody if they've got elusive. They don't gain any AP. They also don't gain any AP when they take damage from someone with elusive, and it does last 2 turns, so there's potential for a little bit of damage to come off, and that includes rushes as well. The active skill has an initial cooldown of 2, and up to 2 teammates recover from impair, and this character regains 35% HP. It's unclear whether this would happen if no one was impaired and she just wanted to heal herself, or if the anti-impair would happen and then the heal would be a bonus. It probably is going to work like Sandy from League Store, where potentially there's no one revivable with Sandy, but she'll use it for the taunt. The leader skill is all alert and strong teammates get 40% HP and 40% defense. I'm not really too sure about this character as a leader, because obviously you can just take alert characters into this and destroy the strong characters. Alert having one of the best on defense specials as well. You can just get lucky stuns. Even if they've got resist, you can just get fortunate stuns in there. However, this character obviously would work really well behind a recently released character, which is Eric. Eric, of course, is strong and tough characters get 40% HP and 40% defense, and this is a lot of control. Pretty reasonable damage as well, but a lot of control. 3-turn taunt is insane. She has got a special weapon as well, and it is 30% defense base, a medium bonus to AP when taking damage, and that's going to be the upgrade slot. You can decide what you do there. And then the last one is stun. When being attacked, a better chance to stun the enemy for their next 2 turns. So obviously this is an off trait special. There's no way of getting stun on defense for greens. You can only get that on reds from the armory. So I guess that's kind of nice. Obviously it can be resisted, it can be cleansed, so stun isn't as powerful as it once was, but it's got a tier 3 special on there already, and at the very least you're going to be able to get her with a huge AP on attack and 40% defense, and that's going to make a big difference, that extra 5% defense that you'd be able to get on the weapon. So that's just a quick look at Pamela. I think she's pretty decent, mainly based off of the first part of her rush. The rest of her kit isn't really that strong, I'm going to be honest. Maybe the elusive. I'd just say all around her rush is actually pretty good, but the taunt for 3 turns is insane, and the active skill is just okay-ish. I can see that it going off where she's just going to heal herself and not recover impair, where you kind of would only want her to recover impair. And the leader skill is kind of meh in my opinion. She could maybe be used as an attack leader, because you can take her against certain teams. Like you could basically take her against melee teams, but because you're not getting any attack stats, you're not getting AP on attack, you're not getting a bonus attack, it's going to be pretty slow. So you're going to have really heavy damage dealers and really like unbalanced kit, you know, massive weapon upgrades like a Sandy Decapitate with just well, you're probably going to do this anyway, but massive attack mods, massive weapon upgrades, purely attack, but you'd still probably want the AP boost, you'd still probably want the attack boost from a leader as well. Also to mention, Pamela could be used on an attack team, and with a character recently released called Alice, she'd work pretty well behind Alice as a completely controlling character on an attack team, allowing other characters within that attack team to just do a lot of damage and just have the freedom to not get rushed, no sort of fear there, and she's obviously going to taunt a shield for 3 turns as well, so she's just going to lock down that potential just sort of lock on a defense team. But do tell me what you think about Pamela. She is a promo. I'm not sure if she'll fit into my team or not. I might do a single. I think I'll do a single pull on my stream for you guys because she could potentially go behind an Eric and be pretty good. But I'm waiting for an attack team character, particularly a leader. I really like Alice, so I'll probably wait until she comes around a second time and try and do a 40 pull there. But that's the end of my video. Thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, guys, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.